Allah used that person to help me. I want to share the story about how Allah answered my dua instantly and the 5 things I believe hastened my dua to be answered. So there was this one time in 2023. I was in need of money. It was for emergency purpose, and the money is huge, and I don't have any means of getting that money, and the emergency purpose I want to use it for has a deadline. So the deadline is approaching and I don't have the money. I don't have the means to borrow or to do anything to get the money. Like, I've asked the people close to me and the response was not good. So I prayed to Allah that, Allah, please give me this. You know, this money is for emergency purposes. So next day I embarked on a journey. I was going back home to my sisters. I called my sisters and I said, please pray for me so that I'll get this money. And they said they are going to pray for me. So mid journey, while in the bus, it started raining. It was about 5 hours journey, so it started raining mid journey, and I said, okay, let me pray. I started praying. Like, I was praying, and the people sitting beside me were wondering, like, what is wrong with this girl? Because I was praying and I was crying. I was praying and I was crying. I did not stop praying till till we reached the destination. I did not stop praying. It kept on raining. So when we reached my destination, I came back home. It was still raining. I was still praying. I was still praying. So as I came back home, I was like, what is happening? And before that, before I even embark on the journey, I called my mother and I said, please pray for me. I need something from Allah. Please pray for me. And at that time, I was in a complete desperate situation. Like, I was in a very desperate situation. This thing is for emergency purpose. The deadline is approaching and I don't have any means of getting that money. There was no way I could get that money. People have asked, it either promising end of the month, a lot of excuses, with money. So I don't have the means, and I was just praying that, please, yeah, Allah, don't forsake me, don't forsake me, please provide for me, please give it. Like, I kept on, because that is the only thing I can do at that time. Ask Allah. That is the only thing I can do, because there was no option for me. All the options I have, I've exhausted them, and it did not yield to anything positive. So as I came back, me and my sisters were praying. So I don't remember that, oh, let me ask this person whether he'll be able to borrow me the money. And I asked this person, and I was even thinking that maybe the person is will be able to give me half of it, so that I'll look for the half of it the following day. But when I mentioned the amount, he asked for my account number and sent the money to me immediately, and I was shocked and thankful, because this person is the least person that I've believed will be able to send me the money, that huge amount of money at that instant. And he said, fi sabilillah. I was shocked. I wanted to borrow it, but he said fi sabilillah. And I said, it's only Allah that sent this person to me. It's only Allah. I have to call my brother to, like, help me thank the person and even confirm that it's fi sabilillah, and he still insists that it's fi sabilillah. And up to today, it's been over 2 years now, it's still fi sabilillah. And that person helped me. Allah used that person to help me. And ordinarily, I wouldn't have think that that person will be able to help me. It was just out of desperation. It's just Allah that hinted me that, ask this person. And I did. And he was able to be the person that Allah used to help me at that moment. So, and what I want to point out in this story is, my prayers was answered instantly at the time, and money did not drop from heaven. Allah used someone to give me the money. So sometimes while you're asking for something, always know that, always keep your heart open, that help can come from anybody. So if your mind or your your heart is telling you ask someone, or if your mind is telling you to do something after your prayer, it's probably an indication that if you do that thing, you're going to get help from that particular angle. So Allah intends to me to ask that person to borrow me the money, and that person in return give me the money for free, fi sabilillah. So I was very grateful. It's one of the testimony that I keep sharing, I keep telling, I keep reminding myself that yes, even though we have days where we are asking Allah for something and we are in desperate situation and we did not really receive the help instantly, there are also days that when we least expected, we make dua and Allah answered our dua instantly. This is one of the many testimony that I have, that Allah answered my dua instantly. So I am going to make a brief summary of what I did that I believe hastened my dua to be answered at the time. Number one, my sincerity. I prayed to Allah with utmost sincerity, because at the time I was desperate, and He alone is the only one that could help me, because all the options I could think of, there was even no option. I've exhausted all options, and I just surrender. You know the verse that talked about with amri ilallah, you surrender. I'm not a scholar or anything, but it's someone means you surrender to Allah, like you surrender your affairs to Allah. So at that moment I surrendered my affair to Allah, because there was no way I could magically find that money. So I surrendered to Allah. My sincerity, because the purpose of the money is for a very urgent and sincere purpose. So the second reason is I asked my mom to pray for me. So if you have your mom or your father alive, if you're in a desperate situation, always ask them to pray for you, because the dua of our parents is also answered faster than our own. So I asked my mom to pray for me, which is the second reason that I believe hastened my dua to be answered by Allah instantly. So the third reason, it was because I embarked on a journey. I was going back home. So when you are on a journey, it is believed that your dua can be answered faster. So I was on a journey. Then the fourth reason, I was on a journey and it was raining. It started raining and I was praying inside rain, which rain is also one of the times that Allah used to accept dua faster. So it was raining and I was praying inside rain. So it was the fourth reason. So and the fifth reason, I asked my sisters to pray for me. So my sisters also help prayer. So if you have your sisters, your friends, or any other person that you feel, your loved ones, that could help you pray for you, always do that, because sometimes you need all the help, you need all the prayers from all angles for it to work for you. So these five reasons, I believe, factors plays a huge factor in making my dua to be answered instantly. Another thing is, whenever you're praying, at that time I was not thinking that Allah will just send money from heaven magically. No, I was deep inside me, I know that it has to be that help has to come from someone. So I opened my heart, I just leave my heart. So when Allah indicate to me that I should ask this person, I did, and Allah respond to me through him. So always make sure that when you pray, you open your heart and see that where is Allah point, where is the direction that Allah is pointing you toward. Maybe it's for you to do a particular work, maybe it's for you to ask someone, maybe it's for you to go somewhere. So like, but don't expect that money will just, or your dua will just answered magically without you making any effort. My effort is asking that particular person, and in return my answer, he is the person that Allah used to help solve my problem at the time. So I hope this helps someone. So whenever you are in desperate situation, or not even desperate situation, always make sure that you use all the means for Allah to help you. If you have parents, ask them to pray for you. If you have siblings or friends, your loved ones, to pray for you. Use all the days. Maybe it's Friday, maybe it's raining, maybe you're on a journey. Just all the beautiful moments that we are told that are moments that Allah used to answer dua faster. Utilize that so that you get help faster. I hope the story helps someone out there, and thank you for listening to my story.